Welcome to Hump Day, honey. This is your weekly wetting of your palate. Not your pants, honey, but wetting your palate, okay? Get your palate all wet and moist. I'm going to show you what to cook, what cocktails, what decor is up. We're going to have some fun with some questiones. We are going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. It's your weekly tickle your giggle, honey. Let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside. The Dear Juju podcast. Happy Hump Day. You know I got to talk about my outfit. For those of you watching along at home, I have on a fabulous 1960s hat. It's got a little bow in the back, a little rhinestones. And when I wear something this glamorous, okay, that's glamorous and grand all together, I like to really pair it with something just throwaway. Like, I love pairing like super duper duper glam with just like a denim shirt. It also brings it a little bit into the modernness, because I feel like if I wore this with a dress or something, it would just be a little too like, oh, she's playing dress up like she's in the 60s. She's chic, but she's current. You know what I mean? So next time you find something really glam, a jean is always a really good way to kind of pare it down and be like, yeah, bitch, we're modern. How you doing? Okay, I'm giving in this era. What's interesting is it went from like 110 degrees to like 85, and I start to feel the days getting shorter and the weather getting cooler, and honey, it just makes me want to bring out these like warm tones, dark lips. Oh, I love it. Now, since you guys are my TRUs, you're my trues, I love you, you're my tribe, you're my vibe, I am going to share a little something with you. I can't reveal all details, but there is a huge trajectory, big swinging pendulum shift. It's 90% there. The ink is not dry on the deal yet, but my husband has got a job offer. We would be moving internationally for a period of time. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2, maybe it turns into 5. Who knows? Okay. This is the funnest part about life, is just letting go and letting go. And we would be going to London, England. Cheerio, mate. I am so excited to get on the tube. Hopefully I could work there. We're kind of figuring everything out. But to my exclusive, that's you. I wanted to tell you about this big news that I've been just brewing. Because I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the ink to be dry, because honey, I'm packing everything up and I'm letting it all go. We rent this house. So I'm like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. I have never, since being in my house that I grew up in, have I ever lived in a home for more than, I think 2 years was the longest. We have lived in this house for 5 years. And honey, I just start to itch. I start to go, okay, I'm at heart a nomad, a creative, but when you become a mother, you kind of got to plant roots and just chill out a little bit. And the monotony starts to take over. Matrimony, monotony, these things kind of go hand in hand. Motherhood, right? Those all kind of are M words that go hand in hand, but you try to find the gratitude in all of it. Don't forget the old saying to wake up and look at what you have now and remember that this is what you prayed 4 years ago, which I'm totally in. We are so excited, honey. When an opportunity comes, honey, yes, we are coming all over it, Like, bring me an opportunity, and when the opportunity comes, I come. It's like, you coming? I'm coming. You coming? I'm coming. That is life. Big Ben? Big Ben? Switch it up, shake up life. Anyways, I will be taking you with me, bitch. So keep logging on. I think maybe for the first week or 2, I'll figure it out. I might not be able to do a video. I'll try really hard, but it will definitely be a podcast. I will definitely keep this going. And it'll be so fun. You'll be coming with me. We'll be going to Big Ben together on that double-decker bus. So proper, so English. I'm going to be learning about high tea and what the Brits do. I think they do Sunday roast. They do high afternoon tea. They do all these fun traditions that I'm excited to learn about. I want to go to the markets. I want to see everything. I want to do everything. I want to shop. So that is a little drip of my news that's revealed. if all goes well, mid to late November is when we'll be going. So we have a lot to figure out in like 12 weeks, 10 weeks, and the ink isn't even dry on the deal yet. As soon as that ink is dry, one of the things that I am so excited for is getting rid of my shit. I have collected a lot of stuff, you know? And when I go over to other people's homes, I'm a maximalist. So I went over to a friend's house actually yesterday, which is going to transition me nicely into this next story, for her son's birthday that lives up on the hill. And she had just a clean white house, very little tchotchkes, very little books, very little stuff. And I was like, I can see why cleanliness is next to godliness, right? I am packed to the brim in this house with shit. A lot of it's good stuff, but a lot of it is shit. And you know, I'm going to clean house. I'm going to go, if I don't love it, I'm leaving it, right? If I don't love that lamp or see it like in my next space that I'm like giving the most in, bye-bye. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get rid of even stuff I do love. If I've had it for a little bit, I'm like, you can go. You can find a new home, you know? I'm excited to kind of shake it out, dust it off, and then invite the new. I feel like my legs are spread right open in Big Ben's just right in the middle. So that's what I'm looking forward to most. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Bye-bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Peace. And this brings me to what happened yesterday. So I go over to this friend's house. It's her birthday. Another little boy is coming over. My 2 kids come over. So there's 4 of us. Georgie, my little girl's the only girl. This boy, I start hearing some things that he's a little bit of an asshole. Okay? The mom is not really checked in. And she even says, my son's an asshole. I was like, wait, to thy own self be true. To the family be true. Know who you're dealing with. I said, that's hilarious. So then he punches and he smacks Georgiana on the face, calls her a liar and other names. He was just a real, just little. Now, it got handled. The mom talked to him. I talked to everybody. It got handled. That's not what I want to go into. Now, the hostess brings out this book of birthdays. Oh my God, everybody read their birthday. It's so accurate. Read your children's da-da-da-da. And you know what's so funny is the other mom to the asshole son goes, oh, mine is June 13th, I think it was. And I said, a Gemini, a male Gemini. Me and my girls used to say no sex in September because we are not trying to give a Gemini. And here's the thing, okay? I love everyone. My sister's a Gemini. She's my best friend. My father was a Gemini. I don't know, but every time something is off with a male that kind of gets you a little twitchy, you just go, what sign are that? Gemini. God damn it. Why do you always have to prove it to be true? So I'm not really an anything. Not, sexist, racist, ageist, there's all these genderist, whatever, I'm cool with the flow, and as long as everyone's chilling, everyone's kind, I'm cool. But if I had to be an it would be a Geminiist. I don't know. For some reason, they just, because my dad was a Gemini, they just start triggering and they just start stirring the pot in a way where I'm like, asshole, 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 asshole. And you know what? It's not like I'm like, oh, what sign is he? Oh, he's Gemini. Oh, he must be an asshole. No, that's not the way it works. How it works is the people show up in my life and they go asshole, 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 Gemini. My sister is a Gemini. She's a female. She's lovely. My best friend in my whole life and my soul sister. But those male Geminis, I don't know. Something just off with that little stank about that. They're also geniuses. I get it. They also, but boy, do they, me and Geminis. I literally get along with everyone except for Gemini males. It's just, it gets a little hot under the collar. I was like, oh, of course he's a fucking Gemini. This will get him. Smacked my daughter open hand across the face, and he's 5 years old, smacking a 3-year-old little girl. The mother didn't go in as hot as I wanted, and I just said, everybody keep their hands to themselves. You may not do this. And then I was like, it's time to go because I'm going to start getting triggered. And I said, okay, it's time to go. Mama's got to go. It's just like, it's not enough sometimes to be the mother of your own children. Then you have to deal with these other children. And then the other mother just says, me, 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 me. Sometimes this gentle parenting, what they don't understand is it's kind and firm, right? Kind and firm. We may not hit each other. Okay? But what we can do is gentle or high fives, but we will not put our hands on other people's bodies. That crosses a body boundary. Has everyone got it? Have fun, right? That's kind and firm. This mother came in, what happened? Oh, yeah. And then the boy starts spinning webs of lies, calls my daughter a liar. And she's like, we'll talk about this in the car. And I was like, never did you set a boundary of you may not touch other people. And I was like, I'm over you. I got to go. And this is the problem. You know, you're not supposed to project. You're not supposed to judge. There's gentle parenting, which is great. And then there's stupid parenting, which is letting your children walk all over you. I actually heard something that was really interesting that said parenting is like being the pilot. We are the leader. We do what's safe. Could you imagine if new information came and you had to make an emergency landing and the people on the plane were like, but I have a meeting to go to and me. Oh no, I'm going to a wedding. Someone's picking me up. And the pilot was like, okay, even though this is dangerous terrain, you don't want to be late. All right, we'll go with what you want. No. You are the pilot. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I am your parent. We will keep our hands to our own bodies. Thank you very much, or we will leave this place. Got it? Thank you. If it happens again, I'll be here to remind you, but I will pick you up and we will be leaving. Thank you so much. That is parenting. You are a pilot. Hi, we've had an emergency landing. There's trouble storms ahead. We're going to be landing in Chicago now. All of you that don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Because this is the right thing to do, because I'm here to keep everybody safe, and your safety and well-being is very important to me. And that's what I'm here to do, is put a firm but kind and calm boundary in. Now, the pilot doesn't go, holy shit, there's a thunderstorm. You guys, it is wild. It is fucked up. We got to get this down. Because if we don't, like, that is a pilot that panics, right? And that's what people think that setting boundaries is. And if you think about it in the pilot terms, which I love that analogy, Dr. Becky, I got it from her. Shout out to her. I'll put a link below. It's just like, oh, yes, we are here to keep everybody safe. And that is not safe. And it's just like when people don't swoop in with those kind of setting boundaries, I'm like, never again, got to go. And I told the mother when I got home, hey, thank you so much for having us. We would love to come hang out again. But if your friend is ever going to come, we don't hang out with them, since they don't know how to keep them safe and the parents don't know how to keep other children safe. So clearly, there's something going on there. And it's a hard cut. And my son actually had fun with him, minus because they can't separate the hitting. And he was actually a really good time, because that's what most Geminis are as well. Most Gemini men are fun as well, right? So that's the kind of weird dichotomy. And my son was like, I actually had a really good time with him. Yeah, he was rambunctious. He was physical. He was loud. He was, he was all these things. And I told my son, I'm sorry, we won't be hanging out with him. It's my job to keep you safe. He clearly doesn't have the boundaries, and his parents aren't also keeping him safe. So I can't trust it. And I'm not putting you in those scenarios. And I'm not putting Georgie in those scenarios either. It's not happening. Whew. Moving on. My husband, he's always got some sports on. I'm not really a sports girl, but I do love the fanfare that goes around sports. So like at the Super Bowl, I love to watch the performance. I love everyone to get over. It's a way to entertain. I love to cook something and drink something and set something out and have a whole fun vibe. Hostess with the mostest. How you doing? He has on the Dodgers, and I love LA. LA is tattooed onto my heart. I'm obsessed with LA. So I like to kind of watch the Dodgers a little bit in and out. He watches them all the time while I'm cooking and doing this. Now, he was doing the laundry and folding the laundry because, of course, he's the best man in the whole world. He was finishing folding the laundry while I was getting the kids ready for bed. As he was finishing up, he had the Dodgers on in our bedroom. The kids were on the bed jumping around, so I sit down. And Riley's like, listen, there's only a few more minutes left. Can I just finish the game before we do bedtime routine? Yes, let's do it. Pitcher's throwing dirt. Another base gets loaded. Dodgers have the bases loaded, which I don't care. I really could care less. I'm just sitting there going, okay, how much longer is this going to last? Like 15 more minutes before bedtime. Thank God. And then I can have a rest, right? But the bases are loaded. And then all of a sudden, Shohei Ohtani. Now, I don't know sports, but honey, one thing I do know is energy. This man who is 6'4" and 200 blah, blah, blah pounds starts walking out. And I'm like, why is he walking like that? All of a sudden, I just smell through the television. I said, what is that? Oh, I know what that is. That is big swinging dick energy. And he starts walking out and he starts like looking with squinty eyes into the out. And I don't know what he is feeling. Probably that big thing between his knees. He is just like, and I said, look at him. What is he doing? I literally kept asking my husband, what is he doing? What is he doing? My husband was like, why are you asking that? I'm like, look at him. He is feeling it. Bases are loaded. He just had this energy and this presence and this big swinging dick moment. He brings up his baseball bat, knocks it out of the park, home run. Then he like gets some award of 40 of 40. I don't even know. We all start screaming. And I was just like, that was amazing. He walked out there and you know what? It reminded me a little bit of myself because when I was, why are you laughing? My husband just laughed on the in the peanut gallery. It reminded me a little bit of myself because before I used to walk out, I was 9-time national dance champion. And when I walked out, that's how I walked out. I walked out knowing you're gonna grade me the highest. You're going to grade me the best on my score. I'm going to win this. You and I both know it. So why don't you just sit back, relax, and enjoy this performance? Okay. These are my thoughts that I used to think when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You know, you and I both know that I'm going to win. Okay. You know it. I know it. Everyone who just walked in this room to see me dance knows it. Everyone just sit back, relax, and enjoy this dance that I'm going to give you. And that's exactly the energy that he brought. The way he walked out there, looked at it, he was just like, let's go, baby. Let's go. On the first hit, we were screaming. I was like, this is why sports is fun, because you just never know. Just sports is really a euphemism for the world, honey. You just never know when the opportunity is going to knock it out of the park. And that big swinging dick energy, I could Shohei Ohtani. Bravo, my friends. Bravo with your big swinging dick energy. Oh, that goes to show, I feel like when people got it, they are tapping in something from the inside out. You know what I mean? Like there's something on the inside that's coming out where it's like, listen, you on paper, I'm not really attracted to or this, that, and the other, but you are bringing the sauce, the energy, and you're doing it for me. And I just love when that happens. And I'm all about tapping in and bringing it from the inside out, honey. Yes, in and out, in and out, in and out, that energy. Bring it. My husband's got it too. Okay. Glamour gown update. They are being cut. They will be ready in a few weeks. I am so excited. My nipples are hard. It's crazy. This has been a dream of mine for so long, and it's finally happening, and I'm just too stoked. Last but not least, I've been watching what I eat. I've been working out. I kind of want to snatch it up a little bit more. I've had so many calls to get on the Ozempics, and I just don't think I'm going to pull the trigger yet. So I'm just trying to see what I can do. And also if I'm moving internationally, I'm like, I always lose 10 pounds when I go to Europe because it's just everything's different. The food's different. The chemicals are different. It's just different. So I'm like, let me just keep a healthy lifestyle and see how it goes. That's going to take us straight into some domestic goddessness. Cooking. Now, I've been working out. You know, meat and salad. It's set for when I'm in my progesterone, which is the week before my period. That's when I hormone feast with sweet potatoes and add a little good carbs in. Let me tell you, I want my baby back. Okay? Don't forget about ribs. Holy shit. I mean, there's something, I'm still a Southern woman. You can take the girl out of the South, but you can't take the South out of the girl. So my husband yesterday made baby back ribs. We have a big green egg. If you Traegers, I know, or Traegers, whatever. People are really into their barbecues. We absolutely love our big green egg. And when it smokes, it smells so lovely. You do mustard and a pork rub, wrap them up, and smoke them. We had ribs yesterday. And it's just like, don't forget about a rib. They are so much fun. Kids love them. They got the meat. They got the sweet. I love a sweet meat, bone in my mouth. I just do, honey. It gets my goat. And then we just made a simple side salad. But the ribs, if it's been a long time since you've made ribs, make some ribs. And they're so fun, right? Like you get the sauce on them. You can serve it with a salad or potato salad and just make you some ribs soon. Something that's so refreshing and so easy. I know I talk a lot about champagne. I love champagne. I love gin. But I do also love a good tequila cocktail. Now, a lot of these, cocktail in a can situations have leaned into ranch water. What is ranch water? Ranch water is a highball cocktail that is just 3 ingredients. Topo Chico as the seltzer, lime juice, and tequila. That's really all you need. Now, that is a classic ranch water. I like to add some Cointreau or Grand Marnier, a little bit of orange liqueur, a little bit of cognac kind of situation, and it adds some sweetness because otherwise, especially if you're trying to keep those calories and your sugar down, that's great. Topo Chico, lime juice, tequila, bam. Over ice in a highball glass is beautiful. But if you need a little bit of something to kind of round it out, Cointreau is beautiful in that. Just a splash to add to your ranch water to give it some spunk. If you have not tried this, you've got to try some ranch water. Decor. So Behr has kind of started to get onto the Pantone situation where every year they're coming out with a new color that's in a trend that'll make its way through all paints and kind of interiors and things like that. The color of 2025 has come out. It's really a deep ruby red that is so beautiful. The problem I have is that I live in LA and it's going to be interesting to live somewhere else. But when you feel like hot and sunshine, you don't really want to go into a room that's a deep ruby red. When I think of deep ruby red, I think of winter. I think of fall. I think of a deep red lip. I think of deep tones on my nail polish. You know what I mean? I don't know if I think of spring and summer with this deep ruby red. I'm someone that leans into bright colors or like classics like black and white, something that my eye's going to like throughout the season. It's just interesting how it's going to be styled. I see it being styled with very like puffy creams and things like that to offset the red, brown woods, neutrals. So if you are someone who already leans into browns, wood, neutrals, then this ruby red might be a really beautiful choice to go a little bit bolder, a little more sophisticated, have a little more fun. Give it a Google. Behr's 2025 color. It's called Rumors, I think, which is hilarious. I danced into Rumors video with Lindsay Lohan. I'm tired of rumors started. Side note, cliff note. So let me know what you think of Behr's new color. Would you like it 365 days out of the year? Maybe something more elegant like a study, right? Or if you have like a library or, something like that it's like, it lends itself to a very sophisticated tone where it's like, oh, this is our library, this is our study, this is our office. Then it's something where I can see like, ooh, this is really beautiful palette. I'm getting into like smoking a pipe and sitting down on a velvet chair kind of a vibe. But I don't know if I want that in the spring. So let me know what you think of the new color. All right, now moving on to some Q&A with some TNA. Dear Juju, I'm over 40 with 2 kids and I'm moving to a new town where I don't have any friends. Trying to make friends after 40 often seems impossible to me. Where should I go? What should I do to spark new friendships in a new place? Oh my God, this is fabulous and very apropos for what I was talking about. Do you. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Right? All those dumbass sayings that are so true. So if you're going to a new place, get involved. My mother, okay, has had some gems of wisdom in her life. And one of the things that she told me when I was 18 and moved to LA was go to the dance studio, join a gym, get involved, go to a restaurant, like go, do. So find things that you're attracted to and like to do, and then you're going to find like people there. One of my favorite communities that I have just gotten into in the past 2 years has been the vintage community here in LA. You know, I talked about Pickwick, you know, I talked about A Current Affair. And it's just like, I've actually made really beautiful friendships out of this community. We all support each other. We support each other online when we all go out and go shopping. But it's usually people that I wouldn't normally hook up with. But the fact that we all love vintage and kind of have the same taste is like bringing us together in a new way. So it's really important that you get involved. One, what do you like to do? Do you like to dance? Go take a dance class. Okay, see who you can meet there. Do you like to work out? Go work out somewhere where you can meet. Do you love food and like cocktails? Go to a bar. Have it become your cheers. Find like a restaurant that you love that you can always sit down. When I go to Taroni, which everyone knows is my favorite restaurant in LA, my husband hates it because he's like, you have to talk to like 50 people before we can even order. And I'm like, well, I've been coming here 10 years, 12 years, something since it's opened. I've come here consistently over time and I've made friendships. That's just what you do. And you talk to people. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh, good. Well, this is what I'm going through. My friend has this. Here's her number. Great. You know, like you just get involved in your life, deeply involved in your life. You find a community and you lean into that community, a food community, a cocktail community, a cooking club community, a cookbook community, like whatever your interests are, that is something that you need to lean into big time. And then just start talking to people. You know me. You know how I do. I've told you this on the podcast before. Hey, you're cute. What's your name? Hey, I'm Juju. Hi, how are you? Do you have kids? Do you have this? And then just start shooting the shit. I'm new in town, so, you know, here's my number. If you'd ever like to do something, you know, whatever. And then if they don't call, fuck them. So get involved. Get up, bitch. Get off your couch. You're not going to find friends there. Go get involved in something. Do something that you like that has nothing to do with anything besides genuine love. Then you're going to find your tribe. Dear Juju, I can't stop killing my houseplants. Girl, same. I can remember to brush my teeth, but I can't seem to remember to water my houseplants once a week. Do you have a routine that you follow properly care for your inside plants? Yes, I buy them and then I kill them too. Okay? That's the routine that I got going. And I swear to bejesus all the time, I'm going to water this one. You're different. And I tell it all kinds of lies like a fuckboy. And I plant it. Then I just forget about it and let it die. Jesus Christ. So I cannot help you, girl. You are literally preaching to the choir. I have bought in this one specific corner, maybe 5 or 6 of them. And I promised myself all kinds of promises that this time it's different, and it's not, you know? And then after a certain amount of time, just know when it's for you and when it's not for you, and just go, you know what, these houseplants aren't for me. Delegate the job to your husband, to your kids, or to your cleaning lady, anybody who can help you. Remember to water these plants, because if you can't do it and you got too much on your plate, just like me, delegate and then don't buy them. Be like, I'm not wasting money on a new damn houseplant. Either set a reminder on your phone, which that's pretty easy, or delegate the job out to someone else. Clearly you don't like to do it. And I'm speaking to myself. Not everyone has to be good at everything. Like, I'm a domestic goddess, and I keep telling myself, you're a domestic goddess. You should be able to have gorgeous, thriving houseplants. Well, I don't. If it's just not your thing, just go, you know what? Maybe this isn't my thing, and that's okay. You're still a domestic goddess, Juge. You know what I mean? All right, that's the podcast. Get you some ranch water. Make some ribs. Some ranch water and some ribs go very good together. Look up Behr's new color of the year. And don't forget that you're a star and that you're a pilot. Like, walk in that, what was his name again? I forget his name. The Japanese Dodger player's big dick energy whenever you enter the room and go, oh, I know how this is going to go. I'm a star. You're going to love it. So just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Next time you go into a job interview or something that like you need to make an impression, have that kind of quiet, bursting energy. Like, oh, baby, we know how this is going to go. All right. Don't forget that you're a star. Walk in it, sing it, hit it out of the park, bitch. I love you and I'm out. Mwah!